10 Current World Female Leaders 2020. Welcome to the Explorer and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall be taking you into the world of politics and shining the light on 10 current world female leaders. The first woman to be democratically elected as the Prime Minister of a country was Sirimavo Bandaranaike of Ceylon, present-day Sri Lanka, when she led her party to victory at the 1960 general election. The first woman to serve as president of a country was Isabel Martinez de Perón of Argentina, who as vice president succeeded the presidency in 1974 after the death of her husband. The first woman elected president of a country was Vigdis Finnbogadóttir of Iceland, who won the 1980 presidential election as well as 3 others to also become the longest-serving non-hereditary female head of state in history, serving for 16 years and 0 days in office. Ellen Johnson was the first ever female elected president in Africa. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Many women have followed the steps of these ladies to seek and serve as head of state in their various countries. Amongst them, here are 10 women who have followed the steps of Ellen and the previous world female leaders to lead their current countries. Number 10. Sahle-Work Zewde, President of Ethiopia. Sahle-Work Zewde is the current president of Ethiopia and the first woman to hold office. Sahle-Work makes it to this category not only because as of 2019, she is the only African female serving head of state, but also because of her numerous efforts not only to make Ethiopia a great nation, but also a beacon of hope to Africans. In December 2019, Sahle-Work was named the 93rd most powerful woman in the world by Forbes, and the highest-ranking African woman on the list. While the world was in panic with the outbreak of coronavirus pandemic, Sahle-Work showed her countrymen that she is thinking of their well-being, as on 25th March 2020, Sahle-Work announced on Twitter that she had pardoned more than 4,000 prisoners in a move to curb the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in Ethiopia. She also pardoned more than 1,500 prisoners on 2nd April 2020. The new president has been keen to make a point about gender equality right from the start. Sahle-Work's appointment has been welcomed by Ethiopians on social media, with many calling it historic. She has been described as Ethiopia's first female head of state of the modern era, with some remembering Empress Zewde too, who governed the country in the early part of the 20th century. Number 9. Katerina Sakellaropoulou. Katerina Sakellaropoulou, born 30th May 1956, is the president of Greece. She was elected to succeed former president of Greece, Prokopis Pavlopoulos, by the Hellenic Parliament on 22nd January 2020. Prior to her election as President of Greece, she served as President of the Council of State, the highest administrative court of Greece. Katerina was born in Thessaloniki and she studied law at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, completed her postgraduate studies of public law at Paris II University. In the mid-1980s, she was admitted to the Court of Council and she was promoted to councillor in 2000. In October 2015, she was appointed Vice President of the Council of State. And in October 2018, she became the female first president of the court, following a unanimous vote. Her election came after the Syriza government, which was in power at that time, considered her progressive record on issues such as the environment and human rights. Number 8. Jeanine Anez Chavez, President of Bolivia. Jeanine Anez Chavez, born 13 August 1967, is a Bolivian politician and lawyer who has served as the interim president of Bolivia since November 2019 after the resignation of the government of Evo Morales. Her interim capacity as president will end when new elections take place in 2020. She is the second female president of Bolivia, the first being leader Guilherme Tejada, who served as interim president from 1979 to 1980 before losing the 1980 Bolivian general election. On 5th December 2019, Anez stated that she would not be a candidate or support any candidate in the 2020 presidential election. This was further reiterated on 15 January 2020 by the Minister for the Presidency, Yerko Nunes, who said that Anez will not be a candidate. Despite her previous statements, Anez announced her candidacy on the 24th of January 2020. Despite 63% of Bolivians being against her running for president, she is and still serving as acting president as of the time of making of this video. Number 7. Zuzana Caputova, President of Slovakia. Zuzana Caputova is a Slovak politician, lawyer and environmental activist who has been president of the Slovakia since 15 June 2019. Caputova is the first woman to hold the presidency, as well as the youngest president in the history of Slovakia, elected at the age of 45. She first became known by prevailing in a decade-long struggle against the situating of a toxic landfill in her hometown of Pezinok. In Pezinok for more than 10 years, she was at the forefront of a public campaign against the authorization of another landfill that would aggravate pollution of the soil, air, and water in the city and its surrounding areas. The fight against the landfill culminated in 2013, when the Supreme Court of Slovakia ruled that the new landfill was illegal and violated environmental norms. For this, Caputova was awarded the 2016 Goldman Environmental Prize. In December 2017, Caputova announced her entry into the emerging political party Progressive Slovakia, and in January 2018, she was elected as a vice chairwoman at the party's first congress. Caputova was the party's candidate in the 2019 Slovak presidential elections and proceeded to be elected president in the second round, after receiving over 58% of the vote and beating her opponent Vice President of European Commission Maroš Šefčovič. Number 6. Salome Zourabichvili, President of Georgia. Salome Zourabichvili is a French-Georgian politician and former diplomat who currently serves as the fifth president of Georgia, in office since December 2018. She is the first woman to be elected as Georgia's president, a position she will occupy for a term of 5 years. As a result of constitutional changes coming into effect in 2024, Zourabichvili is expected to be Georgia's last popularly elected president, as all future heads of states are to be elected indirectly by an electoral college. Born in Paris into a family of Georgian immigrants, she joined the French diplomatic service in the 1970s and went on to occupy a variety of senior diplomatic positions for 3 decades. After a falling out with Georgia's then President Mikhail Saakashvili, in 2006, Zourabichvili founded the Way of Georgia political party, which she led until 2010. Ultimately, she was elected to the Georgian parliament in 2016 as an independent. In August 2019, Zourabichvili announced that she would participate in Georgian presidential elections. While she was officially independent, her campaign was heavily supported by Georgian Dream. Her main opponent in the election, Grigor Vashadze, was backed by Mikhail Saakashvili. Zourabichvili won the second round of the 2018 Georgian presidential election and was inaugurated as President of Georgia on 16 December 2018. Number 5. Maya Amor Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados. Maya Amor Mottley is a Barbadian politician and attorney who is the current Prime Minister of Barbados and leader of Barbados Labour Party. Mottley is the 8th person to hold the position of Prime Minister in Barbados and first woman to hold either position. Mottley has been the Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. Michael North East since 1994. From 1994 to 2008, she held a succession of ministerial portfolios, including the post of Attorney General of Barbados, becoming the first woman to be appointed as such. Mottley was twice the leader of the opposition in the House of Assembly of Barbados, first from 2008 to 2010 and then from 2013 to 2018. In 2018, the Mottley-led BLP won a historic landslide victory in the 24th May general election, securing all 30 seats in the House, making them the first party to accomplish this feat in addition to winning 72.8% of popular vote, which is the highest share ever achieved by a party in a general election. Number 4. Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, President of Trinidad and Tobago. Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, or RTT, is the 6th and current President of Trinidad and Tobago. She took office on 19th of March 2018 and became the first woman to hold the office of President. Weeks attended the University of the West Indies Cave Hill, from which she graduated with a Bachelor of Law degree, and the Hugh Wooden Law School and was called to the bar in 1982. After graduation, she worked in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for 11 years, before going into private practice in 1993. She was appointed to the judiciary in 1996 and to the Court of Appeals in 2005, where she served until her retirement in 2016. On 5th January 2018, Weeks, then a judge of the Turks and Caicos Islands Court of Appeal, was put forward as a presidential candidate by the People's National Movement government of Prime Minister Keith Rowley in hopes of reaching a consensus with the United Nations Congress-led parliamentary opposition of Kamla Persad-Bissessar, which later endorsed her nomination. Her proposal for the post of president was also lauded by political analysts. As Weeks was the only nominated candidate on election day, she was deemed elected without the need for a vote. Number 3. Kersti Kaljulaid, President of Estonia. Kersti Kaljulaid is an Estonian politician who is the 5th and current president of Estonia, in office since 10 October 2016. She is the first female head of state of Estonia since the country declared independence in 1918, as well as the youngest ever president, aged 46 at the time of her election. Kaljulaid is a former state official, serving as Estonia's representative in the European Court of Auditors from 2004 until 2016. After several unsuccessful rounds of Estonian presidential elections in 2016, Kaljulaid was nominated on 30th September 2016 by the majority of parliamentary parties as a joint candidate for president of Estonia, as the only official candidate for that round. Kaljulaid was voted president of Estonia on 3rd October 2016 with 81 votes and 17 abstentions. She has also received several awards, including European of the Year in 2009, Unity Awards in 2014, and the Rainbow Hero Award for public support of the queer community in Estonia. Number 2. Bidya Devi Bhandari, President of Nepal. Bidya Devi Bhandari is a Nepalese politician serving as the second president of Nepal, in office since 28 October 2015. She is the first woman to hold office in the country. She was elected in the parliamentary vote, receiving 327 votes out of 549 against Kul Bahadur Gurung. She previously served as the vice chairperson of the Communist Party of Nepal and was the chair of the All Nepal Women's Association before being elected president. In 2016, Forbes placed her on number 52 in their list of the world's 100 most powerful women. She previously served as the Minister of Defense, the first woman to hold office in the Madhav Kumar Nepal government. She also served as the Minister of Environment and Population in 1997 and has been an active campaigner for environmental awareness and women's rights concerns in Nepal. Bhandari was elected twice in parliamentary elections in 1994 and 1999, defeating former Prime Minister Krishna Prasad Bhattarai and Damana Dungana respectively. Number 1. Angela Dorothea Merkel, Chancellor of Germany. Angela Dorothea Merkel is a German politician who has been Chancellor of Germany since 2005. Merkel was born in Hamburg and then West Germany, moving to East Germany as an infant with her father, a Lutheran clergyman, received a pastorate in Perlberg. She obtained a doctorate in quantum chemistry in 1986 and worked as a research scientist until 1989. Merkel entered politics in the wake of the revolutions of 1989, briefly serving as deputy spokesperson for the first democratically elected East German government led by Lothar de Maizière. She served as the leader of the Christian Democratic Union from 2000 to 2018. Merkel has been widely described as the de facto leader of the European Union, the most powerful woman in the world, and by some, the leader of the free world. Merkel played a crucial role in managing the financial crisis at the European and international level. She has been referred to as the decider. There you have it, explorers. Those were the 10 current female world leaders. Thanks for watching this video. If you want us to cover any of the top 10 topics, leave a suggestion in the comment section and we will do well to grant your request. Also, if you did enjoy the video, do well to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.